Just as a friendly reminder, if you're running to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by here and consider hitting that subscribe button if you enjoy multi-COD content, and make sure your notifications are from personalized to all so you never miss a video. And lastly guys, check out my playlists here on my channel because I literally have every Call of Duty divided into its own separate playlist so you can watch whatever COD you're in the mood to watch. So thank you for your support, it means a ton. So yeah, what is up guys, Ghost here, and today we're going to be going over the best sounding weapons here in Call of Duty. So I asked you guys in this community poll right here, what are some of the best sounding guns in Call of Duty? And out of the guns that I listed here, you guys voted the Intervention being the best sounding weapon. However, lots of you guys commented so many other weapons, and basically this entire video is going to be based upon your guys' comments, what you guys say in the community tab. So make sure you guys check out my community tab to be possibly featured in a future video. I'm going to include tons of your guys' comments here in this vid. So yeah, thanks for commenting and you guys interacting with the content. Let me know down below in the comment section what is like the most iconic gun sound to you. What's your favorite sounding weapon in Call of Duty? Also guys, if you have any other video suggestions, then for sure leave them down below in the comment section. I'll consider them for the future. And lastly, if you guys are not following my social medias like my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Twitch, then consider following them because I'm trying to grow this platform as much as I can with you guys. So the best you guys could do is hit me up and follow on all my social medias. That will be greatly appreciated for sure. So let's get right to the video guys. Right off the bat guys, I say the 1911 from Black Ops 1 is the best sounding gun in Call of Duty history. For sure, out of the hundreds of weapons we have, this is the best sounding one. Here's what some people have to say about it, alright? So I'm seeing a lack of B01 1911 and it scares me. It has a great sound shooting and reloading. Dude, the 1911 from Black Ops had the best sounding reload animation. If Mozart made a gun, it would sound like this. The standard 1911, the reload is crispy. The 1911 reload and firing sound on B01 sounds so crisp, especially with the Kimbo. A B01 1911 looks and sound like a piece of art. I just wish it dealt more damage. I love just shooting a horde of zombies and waiting and then blah. Also, the B01 dual 1911 was top tier. Black Ops 1 1911 handgun, it's a classic with a great sound and animation, plus it's Mustang and Stallion zombies. And of course, we gotta play the gun sound right here. How just crisp and clean that sounds, dude. Like Treyarch made this gun unbelievable with the sound design for sure. It's so iconic, especially the pack-a-punch version of it in zombies. And by the way, I'm gonna be using some people's gameplays throughout this video, so go check them out guys, support them and subscribe to them, because without some of the gameplays here, this video wouldn't be possible. Credit to those people on screen right there, but nonetheless guys, you could definitely see why I put the 1911 being #1, the best sounding gun in Call of Duty. So next up, the second best sounding gun ever in Call of Duty is the Pack-a-Punch Scavenger from Call of the Dead, and this gameplay is credit to What's Real Life, so it'll be down below in the description, their gameplay. But here's what the Scavenger sounds like when it's Pack-a-Punch.
Hey, is it zombie? I may actually live to see morning. Not your day, is it zombie? Is that it? I don't think so.
And obviously, as you guys see, it's literally so distinctive. It's an absurd sounding sound. It's such a cool sound for sure, man. So here's what some people have to say about it, alright? So Scavenger Pack-a-Punch is the best. I always talk about it. That thing makes my meat feel crazy. Yeesh, dude. Definitely Scavenger. I love the explosion sound of that thing. You guys have clearly never used a Scavenger. That is otherworldly. Scavenger's Pack-a-Punch sound gives me wet dreams, although it was kind of strange in Call of the Dead. And lastly, Scavenger Pack-a-Punch was so pleasing to hear. So yeah, you guys seem to really love that Scavenger Pack-a-Punch, you know, a little way too much, but I don't blame you because it is truly a different sound compared to any weapon we've ever had. So you just love hearing that boom, boom, every single time. Moving on guys, we have the Barrett 50 cal in Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4 or even MW3, it doesn't matter which one, alright? And obviously here's the iconic sound. Like, you cannot go wrong with the Barrett here. And at one point with a Modern Warfare Remastered, they actually had a different Barrett sound with like early gameplay of it, which I'll play here from Drifter. Just imagine if the Barrett sounded like that with COD 4 Remastered. Thankfully it doesn't, alright? But here's what some people have to say about the Barrett 50 cal. I think the Barrett has the best sound in every COD. Imagine a 50 cal shooting, obviously, it's great. The spam of the Barrett 50 cal from MW2 was very relaxing for some odd reason. I agree with that, actually. Barrett 50 cal is the best sounding gun in my opinion. Barrett 50 from MW2, such a recognizable sound. The Barrett has the best sound. It literally sounds like thunder. So you guys knocked it off the park with those comments right there describing the Barrett so extremely well. It's one of those snipers that if the sound never changes, then it's no longer the same. Obviously, you cannot have a best sounding gun video without having the meme gun, the FaZe Clan gun itself, the Intervention. Take a listen here. Obviously, this is so iconic, dude. This guy says, I'm down to listen to the Intervention for 10 hours. Intervention, iconic gun with an iconic sound. The Intervention has to be the most iconic sound in gaming, not gonna lie. Now, who remembers the Intervention Sniper? That thing is my whole brain memory when it comes to Call of Duty. Hate me, but the Intervention sounds like someone breaking a glass, high-pitched. And lastly, nothing is better than the classic MW2 Intervention sound. That's a sound that triggers nostalgia and a COD sniping as a whole. No better gun sound in any FPS than the classic MW2 Intervention. That is 100% true right there. If you simply hear this sound, you're gonna know what gun it is, what Call of Duty it's from. You're gonna get a hit from like nostalgia flashbacks from FaZe sniping montages and trick shots, dude. It's such a good sound that if it had another sound, people would be so mad that it sounds differently. And I mean, it kind of happened with Infinite Warfare. As you guys see, it's not the same. Alright, so going to the Desert Eagle. Here's the sound, obviously. It's just as memorable and iconic as the Barrett 50 cal and the Intervention. Everybody knows what this sounds like here. And of course, kind of like how the Barrett was with the COD 4 early remastered gameplay, the sound was different. And let me just say, if you have never heard the old sound, you're gonna be just shocked on why they chose this sound. And trust me, when people first saw this, they were so mad. And I know some people could say, well, it's just a sound to a video game. If you're remastering a game, especially Call of Duty, it should use some of the same sounds that made the original good, and especially some of the gun sounds to make the game more immersive and feel like the original. So when they changed that Desert Eagle sound, people were kind of disgusted by it. Don't forget about the Desert Eagle in COD 4, always a classic iconic sound. In COD 4, Desert Eagle was the best sounding gun in COD history, and it's from 2007, and that's definitely a good point. This gun sound is literally 13 years old. No. So yeah, there's a G18 from MW2. I think the sound is very nice, especially when you akimbo it here. This definitely stands out to me in this Call of Duty. I always like going back to play MW2 and just hearing the akimbo G18 sound. The amount of power and how fast it shoots is just super cool. Sheesh, dude. There's the World at War, Pack-a-Punched, and the regular PPSH right there. Geese says, my dude, it's easily the Pack-a-Punch version of the PPSH and World at War. Natalie says the PPSH from World at War is so satisfying on the sound and reload speed. Hunter says PPSH from World at War, also the sound of it Pack-a-Punched. Jimmy says PPSH from World at War sound like a chainsaw. Brandon says also the PPSH in World at War is like a mini MG42. It was death made of Russian wood and steel. Alfred says PPSH in World at War with double tap. Oh god. So yeah, dude, like every time I go back to play World at War, I always have to use the PPSH and hear that sound. I never get tired of it, especially using the Reaper, the Pack-a-Punch version of the PPSH in Zombies. Hell yeah, dude. And by the way, of course, go check out down below in the description. This is Zombies gameplay as well, but let's move on to the next game.
Okay, Mark II, you ready to impress me? Take it off again! After all day, seeing you get cooked just cheered me up a little.
Another Zombies gun yet again, obviously the ray gun, guys. You cannot go wrong with this one here. Hunter says the ray gun Mark II sounds amazing. Brandon says the ray gun sounds pretty sweet in my opinion. And lastly, there are quite a number of guns throughout Call of Duty that sound really great, but I'll say one of the ones that came to mind first instead of dwelling on it and debating over it, the ray gun. It may have arguably fell off in performance in BO3 and 4, but I gotta say, still consistently sounds pretty damn nice. Definitely 100,000 million billion trillion % agree with that, guys, that the ray gun here is so iconic, and especially if you were like me playing Zombies back in the day when you were like, you know, younger. Like for me, I played Zombies when I was 11, 10, 12 years old, you know, and just when you see that beautiful ray gun out of the mystery box, you freak out knowing that you got the best gun in Zombies back in the day, and all the memes behind it. Revive me, I have ray gun. Just all the memes, everything. It's just a classic gun. So obviously having this here is great, and it brings back so many memories. You have no idea. Yeah, yet again, another insanely memorable Zombies weapon, the Thundergun, guys. Eliza says the Thundergun from B01 Zombies sounds like it's tearing through the fabric of reality itself every time you pull the trigger, and Colt says for me it has to be the Thundergun from Zombies. It's just powerful. You know, same feeling goes with this Thundergun, with the ray gun. You know, how we see this out of the box, you definitely freak out. And I remember as a kid, I just was thinking, like, what is this thing? What is this massive gun that's in the mystery box? Like, what does it do? And just how little did I know that would be one of the most iconic and best guns ever in the history of Zombies. Just the sounds and the look of it is just so visually appealing. So yeah, that's why we have the Thundergun here. Yeah, the original Black Ops 1 Galil right here. The best sounding gun in my opinion is the B01 Galil. It had this sound of success and gave a feel that showed that the weapon is good audibly and damage wise and look wise. Gary says the Galil easily playing Zombies with that thing was so fun, just so crispy. Duskfang says, why is the B01 Galil on here? LOL, that game's guns all sound like airsoft guns. And Conrad says the B01 Galil is so nostalgic. So you got another side of the coin where people, this guy says he doesn't like the way the guns sound on Black Ops 1. And then the other side is the fact that, you know, people think it just sounds very crispy and just, it's a clean overall gun with everything, the damage, the sound, even the suppressed Galil sounds very nice. And I gotta admit, this is definitely one of the best sounding guns ever, dude. Like, you cannot go wrong with this thing here. No other Galil in terms of sound and performance is gonna top the OG Black Ops 1 Galil, but who knows, maybe we'll see what happens with the Black Ops Cold War Galil, but I literally doubt it. Again, another Black Ops weapon here, the Famas here. The Famas from BO1 It might not have a ton of volume, but I like the way it sounds. It's almost like you're dropping a stone into a cave at 700 RPM. A B01 Famas sounds so clean and special. A B01 Famas to me it sounded like it was shooting out coins, and the reload animation went perfect with it. The Famas, with its meaty metallic sound, it just sounds like a mechanical lead launcher. The B01 Famas metal grinding firing is my personal favorite. Famas from B01, it shoots hot metal shards and has the most satisfying reloads. You can recognize that sound instantly from across the map. It was vicious, almost like the gun was tearing itself apart. So yeah, I agree, man. Like, just this gun sounded like it was literally spitting metal, just like the Galil, but like way faster because of its insane fire rate, and just that reload at the end is just so perfect. So yeah, I say no other like Famas in terms of sound is gonna come close to the original B01 one. One of the most beloved snipers ever in Call of Duty, the DSR-50. Alexander says that DSR-50 hands down, and Bomby Banana says, honestly, the best gun has to be the DSR-50 from BO2 because that thing sounds and looks like a weapon that I can find at Toys R Us. So yeah, the DSR-50 here is so beloved by so many people, man, to the point where when it got nerfed, the entire sniping and multiplayer community for this game just went absolutely bananas to the to Twitter and to the developers. So yeah, if you mention the DSR to anybody, they're gonna either love it or hate it simply because it's still nerfed to this date here. But regardless, it's a cool looking sniper, dude. It looks like a futuristic like bolt action Barrett 50, I guess, if you will. It just has a clean and nice sound to it. Another wonder weapon, the Wavegun from Black Ops 1. Moon Wavegun, the little ding is just so perfect. You ever use the Wavegun and hear the zombies pop? The Wavegun from BO1 is probably my favorite because of that microwave ding that happens after the zombies explode. And yeah, as you guys see, man, like people love that that dinging sound that the Wavegun has after it literally microwaves the zombies, essentially signifying that yeah, the zombies just got killed. So you can't go wrong with this one here. It's pretty cool sounding as well when you just use it apart as well as the zap, the dual wield zap gun. So man, this gun is so unique in zombies. I honestly miss using the Wavegun. Another pinging sound that everyone loves here is the M1 Grand. Sean says, I love the sound of the M1 in every game it's in. Obviously the ping when the clip ejects is just too sexy. M1, the reload sound is greatness. I just gotta go with any of the M1s we've gotten just because of the ping. M1 can't beat the iconic ping. The M1 from any game was amazing. The reload is amazing. And M1 Grand reloading, just literally ding, ping, whatever it is. I say the best one we've gotten is definitely COD or World War II's ping, but in just about any first-person shooter that does it right, it's such an amazing sound. Like, it really is, especially in real life. Hearing this thing, it's definitely pretty sick. Whoa, wait, dude, the holy dude, this Scorpion sounds literally scary in Black Ops 2. This guy says Scorpion Evo rapid fire pocket warthog. You're right about that. This is literally a freaking chopper gunner, a warthog in your back pocket. It's crazy with the way it sounds, especially with rapid fire coming from you know, this small gun here. I love the Scorpion in BO2, 100%. Another Black Ops 2 gun, we have the Peacekeeper here, the very first DLC gun ever in Call of Duty, or even the Black Ops 3 Peacekeeper, but the BO2 one's a bit better. So, Fat Cat says, Peacekeeper BO2, the way it sounds when you reload is crazy. And then Junior says BO2 Peacekeeper are better sounding than the AN94. So yeah, it's definitely up there, man. Black Ops 2's Peacekeeper just sounds so sick, especially with that reload sound right there. They kept the same reload sound for Black Ops 3, but they changed up the animation and the sound for Black Ops 4, sadly. But overall, it's a very cool looking weapon, whether if it's BO2 or BO3 or whatever. But Black Ops 2, the original one, just takes the cake. There's just something about that one that just hits more home than anything. So yeah, the Black Ops 2 AN94 here. So this guy says, holy crap, the AN94, you could hear across the map and it sound like an explosion every time someone shot it. All I know is that when I hear the BO2 AN94 reload, it takes me down memory lane. I love everything about that gun. And this is the best one right here. BO2 AN94, that thing sounded like popcorn popping in the microwave, which that comment may be familiar if you guys have watched the best looking guns in Call of Duty. He said basically that same thing right there. So dude, this gun here sounds so good, especially with that barrel moving right there as you shoot it. That impeccable reload animation and sound. Hell freaking yeah, bro. Like, there could not be a better place for this gun to be in rather than Black Ops 2. So yeah, surprisingly enough, we have the SVG here from Black Ops 3. And then Jay says here, SVG 100 from BO3, it sounded like thunder every time you take a shot. SVG 100 and BO3 sounded like a demon. So yeah, dude, like that's the main takeaway with this sniper, is the fact that every time you shoot it, you literally hear it in the sky. Basically kind of like a jet or an airplane. You know how a jet or a plane goes over and you hear that loud sound? Right? That's basically how the SVG is, which is pretty crazy. So the fact that a sniper could do this, it means that it's basically pretty powerful. The good old COD Ghost Remington R5 here. Remington from Ghost just sounds satisfying. Remington R5 is so badass sound. Remington R5 and Ghost, you could hear how heavy those bullets were. And that's true, man. The way this sounded was basically like a very powerful assault rifle that you know it deals lots of damage. And that's definitely very true with this R5 here. Such a super good, solid assault rifle in Ghost. We have both ACRs from MW2 and MW3 here, and these guys say here MW3 suppressed ACR or MP7, who agrees? ACR 6.8 reload. ACR from MW2 no doubt is sounded like me clapping my opponent here. You see, I like both of them equally. I'm not sure which one I like better, because they both are super iconic, especially that MW3 Silence Golden ACR. That just, dude, that sound is just, you know, so freaking good. The nostalgia I get with that, even just now going back to play MW3, hearing that, I always love hearing the suppressed ACR. It's definitely so nice. So you can never go wrong with two of the most iconic weapons here in MW2 and MW3. You definitely cannot forget the Commando from Black Ops 1 here. B01 Commando Famas for the home run. Hope Kohler brings back the Famas at full auto power. The Commando from B01 was sexy. Suppressed Commando B01. B01 Commando, it was silky smooth. So yeah, for sure. For one, guys, the Commando is a very nice looking weapon, especially with those straps on it. And of course, on top of being a very nice looking weapon, it's a very nice sounding weapon. 100%. You cannot deny that. Like, this is one of the most iconic weapon sounds for sure in the Black Ops series, especially that reload animation. Just a smooth overall gun. So yeah, I'm not sure which AK, to be honest, has the best sound. Maybe it's just Black Ops 1. Something about that one just sounds way different and better than those other ones. But then again, I respect those other AKs for sure. So Daniel says MW3 AK-47 had a deep, satisfying sound to it, a very slept-on gun, and MW2 AK-47. Something about it with the red dot made that so much more sexy with how the recoil bounced it up and down. I agree with that too. The red dot on the MW2 AK was actually pretty nice, even though I love the iron sights. Like, I don't ever rarely put, like, you know, I don't ever put red dots on AKs at all whatsoever, but like, I don't mind running one on it because it's just something about it, it just runs really nicely. But obviously iron sights are way better, but all three AKs are pretty solid with their performance and their sounds. Back to Black Ops 2, you definitely cannot forget the PDW right here. Samuel says PDW 57 suppressed in BO2, silenced PDW 57. PW from BO2 is just so good with the reload sound and firing sound, and I definitely agree with that. Like, everything about this weapon here, the look of it, the sound of it, the reload of it, and the performance too, obviously, it all flows super well. It's a perfect gun for Black Ops 2. Just something about that suppressor on the PDW hits different than the other SMGs with suppressor for, say, like, I don't know, just running diamond and suppressor on it just is so clean and so nice, just like another gun coming up here. Yep, and that's the other gun right there, the M27, whether if it's the unsuppressed or more or less suppressed though, I don't know. BO2 M27 definitely gotta be mine, fire reload too. So just like the PDW with suppressor, I love running suppressed M27 with diamond camo a lot, with stock on it too. It's very underrated for sure. Iron sights are pretty clean, and it just, overall, it's a nice gun for sure. Very perfect for Black Ops 2. I kind of wish it would have returned in BO3, because it got leaked, and everyone knows that it's technically in the game, but they never, you know, brought it for whatever reason. So it is what it is, but let's go on to the next COD. Definitely both Magnums, guys, and Road Out War and MW2. I'm not sure which one I like better. Like, both of them are pretty equal in their own rights for sure. The Road Out War one just sounds freaking like scary for sure. That it sounds like it's just very up close to you. And the MW2 one has like that nice sound when you reload it as well. That never gets old. I just love revolvers in general. They're pretty cool. Call of Duty comes up with some pretty cool reload animations with any revolver, honestly. So sticking with Road Out War, guys, we have the PTRs here. So Bird Knife says PTRs from Road Out War. There's really no denying that the Road Out War one sounds so much better than the World War II one. The World War II one sounds as dead as a disco. And then he responds saying PTRs was a monster. You could hear that across the map. And once you heard that, you knew there is nowhere to run. Nothing more satisfying than hearing that and blowing your opponent's limbs off. So yeah, the PTRs in Road Out War has that hefty sound. Of course, it's an anti-tank sniper, so definitely it has to have that type of sound and that just insane power and just scariness to it, and it for sure does. I don't mind the one in World War II at all. I think it sounds pretty sick as well. It has that heavy sound to it as well. So both PTRSs are very solid. Yet again, another gun from Road Out War, guys. We have the FG42. Dude, this immediately caught my attention ever since I first used it back when I played Road Out War for the very first time. Especially with zombies, when you get this out of the box, you know you have a very good gun. You could definitely keep the FG42 or just pack a punch it or whatever. I used this a lot back in the day, and it's just so fun. And the way it sounds is just so perfect, honestly. So finally, guys, to end the video off here, we have these last 3 weapons in Black Ops 3. So Isaac says the Kuda and KN-44 were classics to me in BO3. I love their sounds, reloads, and everything. And Blue Jays says Man of War sound like a mounted LMG on a tank right there. So yeah, I kind of agree. The KN and Kuda are just the weapons for Black Ops 3. Their sounds are extremely good, especially that reload for the Kuda. That never gets old. And then also the Man of War just sounds like a powerhouse and a true assault rifle. Kind of like, it reminds me of the Remington R5 from Call of Duty Ghosts. But yeah, guys, that's literally going to wrap up the entire video. I did not expect this to be 30 minutes long, going over gun sounds and just talking about literal sounds in a video game. But hey, it's something that you guys were interested in, and it's something that us Call of Duty players, you know, like to go over, you know, these kind of topics here, especially with the sounds of some of our favorite guns of all time. So if you guys made it to the end of the video here, comment down below Golden Spork, because that's what my ghost is holding in my logo. If you guys didn't know, the Golden Spork from Mob of the Dead. But nonetheless, I thank you for your time. Seriously, it's been a half an hour of your day watching this video. If you happen to, you know, make it here, genuinely, I appreciate it. You could be seriously doing anything else for 30 minutes straight, but instead you chose to watch me, so thank you guys. Check out my other videos if you haven't already, and drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.